maximum documentation that is required in forming of a company. One is, what do you think this is? Articles of Association. In Arabic, the akad taxis. So, and then also we have Memorandum of Association. Actually, the Memorandum of Association is an internal,
The Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, exactly. Chamber of Commerce and MOCA. Memorandum of Association is an external document. Meaning, if some outsider want to understand how about this company, they will have to read the Memorandum of Association. In the Memorandum of Association, you will have information about these 5 characters. CL done. The first one is actually capital. How much is the authorized capital? The maximum amount of capital, share capital that the company can open or form, it has to be said here. Example, if I say my authorized capital is 2 million, when I am issuing shares, I can issue 500,000 shares, no problem. Can issue 1 million, market street, 1.5, no problem, but I can't issue 2.1 million. That should be, the maximum should be mentioned in Memorandum of Association. So it will talk about the authorized maximum number of so that's the first one. Second one,
Share capital?
share capital. Aywa. Share, SCTR is share. Liability. Whether the liability is limited or not. If you ask me a question, should all the companies are liability limited? Answer is no. There are companies who can still issue shares, the liability is unlimited. So, liability is limited or liability is limited or not. Third one, sometimes I don't know how you pronounce domicile or domicile, I don't know. Domicile.
What's meaning?
Territory. It's actually, brother, it's a Latin term.
Latin term?
I will tell you the meaning, so you try to understand what in Arabic. The meaning of this, where the registered office of this company located. For example, in Qatar we have Doha, Misai, Alcor, Wakra, different places. And I have one business, let's say XYZ. My head office is, the registered office as per the CR, the address is in Doha. But I also have a branch in Wakra. So the main question here, where is your registered head office is? The answer will be Doha.
It means like, for example, address of the place. Where
Address, yes.
domicile
Address of the main office.
Registered.
Call it
Parent office or something like
yeah,
that.
you can say like that also. Location of the registered office. And then you have something called objective.
What kind of business?
Yeah, whatever, yeah, objective. Now see, some objectives can be making making chips to ships. Small thing could that a large thing. Could have. But you have to say that. And you got to be very careful in choosing your objective. Once, if your objective is very narrowed, then when you are really do business, if you are doing something beyond the objective, you are legally offended. So you got to keep much open as possible to keep your objective so wide open.
Detailed objective.
More than detail, I would say wide open. When you are trading, very common name. Anything you can trade. But if you say trading soaps, finish colors. So then you can only buy and sell soaps. Understood? So that's the objective. Then name. When I open the new company, can I keep any name I want? No. There are protected names. I hope, let's say,
KFC.
have you seen like that? On top of the name, they put this R and then a circle.
Yes.
Those names are registered names. Patent protected. You cannot use it.
Patent.
Yes, patent. Yeah. Patent protected, you cannot use it. Like for example, it's a KFC. It's a chicken company. So I open one chicken company in my area, I put big board KFC. Tomorrow police will come and take me to their business. Clear? This is one thing. Also, there is the illegal names. If I open a business, High Street Robbers or Main Street Killers. So can I do that? No. So you have to see whether the name is allowed name also legally, or whether the name is protected or legally allowed. These two things should come. So memorandum of association will have information about all this. Now articles of association. Articles of association is like a mirror. Not a glass, but a mirror. In a mirror, you cannot see the other side. It's not transparent, but only what you see, you. So the document, Articles of Association, talks about internal administration. Here, appointment of directors, appointment of secretary, appointment of auditors, calling for meeting. Now you call it AGM. What is the full form for AGM? Annual General Meeting. And there is something called quorum. What do you mean by quorum? So here we have like how many people? 3, 6. For me to have this class ongoing in the right way, at least how many people I need to have here? Now 5 students here, only 2 students coming. Is it good to have the class? No, at least 4. Then only it is fair to run the class. So in a meeting, this document will say what is the quorum, minimum number of shareholders or the attendees should come to that meeting. Then only you run the meeting. That all information, articles of association will have. So, spelling I believe is correct. Quorum of meeting. Check the spelling of this word. Understood quorum?
Quorum of meeting?
Yes.
Is that what we call the
Minimum number of people who must come to attend the meeting.
Okay.
So this is what required documentation. Articles of association, memorandum of association.
Mostly in the banks they are asking this article of association.
Right. So these are some of the actually the discussion that I had so far, when you go to the next level, under business law, this will go on a very expanded discussion. I will stop at this point on this. Now we talk about accounting for limited liability company. Before I go to this, you will have any doubts or any questions of topics that I discussed so far? Clear? Okay. Now, accounting for a limited liability company, first thing is that issue of shares. So, to issue shares, I'll give a small example. Actually, this topic itself a 2-hour discussion, issue of shares. But I don't want to go into that level, but I will take one small example just to make sure it's a completion. So, X Limited issued 100,000 shares and the price is for that types of share price. Actually forgot that. There are 3 different types of share price. One is issued at par. Issued at premium. Issued at discount. There are 3 ways in which you can issue shares and then you can price the shares in this way. So when I say par, another name for this, nominal or book value. Nominal value or book value or par value. See, if you go here, in articles of association or even in memorandum of association, we talked about capital, and that they will talk about what is the price. And the price that you see here is the par value. So,
you have a full version for this on par? Or
it's a par value. It's not what they call, it's not abbreviation, no. Par. Either PAR or PAAR, I believe is correct. So the price stated in the memorandum of association as the share issue price. Suppose if they say the share price then the par value is 10. Let's say, let's talk about Milaha group. Qatar Milaha. That's on the, yeah, you go this page, you will see on the left hand side, on the investment area. Before, what's the name? Do you know that? Qatar Navigation. Qatar Navigation is the name before it's given. It's a joint venture of what do you call that? One company named Al-Fardan. Another company is offshore, Qatar offshore oil company or something, and Qatar Petroleum, and Nakilat. Nakilat also. So they all jointly established this company. This business is to own and operate ships. Nakilat also same. Nakilat is Qatar Transportation, Qatar Gas Transportation Company. These people are Milahagro, anyway, is a public listed company. When first time they are issuing shares, they will issue shares at okay, let's say this is the company, yeah? Shares get issued, 100,000 shares. One share is $10. So, Mr. A purchased this company. 1,000 shares is buying. How much he will pay? One share? 10. So, he will pay a total 10%. What type of companies? Private limited or public limited? It's a public limited company. There is a difference between private limited company and public limited. One main difference is the shares of the private limited company you cannot sell openly. You cannot sell anyone who is walking on the road, you cannot sell. Only you can do something called private placements. Whereas public limited company, anyone on the road, they can buy. Okay, now initial share issue finished, pass. Now Mr. A having 1,000 shares. Now Mr. B, someone else, interested to buy shares of this company. On the other hand, Mr. A thinking, I wanted to get some cash. So he walks into the share market, Qatar exchange, QE. And then this guy also walks into the share market, Qatar exchange, QE. He is a seller, he is a buyer. Now he will sell this shares to him at $12. So he is making a $2 profit. This profit you call it premium.
But is this $2 related to the company?
No, this is not related to the company. Actually, this is, I won't name it, I'm sorry, I won't name it, this is a premium. This I will name it just a profit. And I will call it capital gain. This one is how many of you remember when Mashraf al-Rayyan issued shares in Qatar? You were in Qatar at the time? Mashraf al-Rayyan, when they opened first time in Qatar, you were in Qatar? No?
No,
You were there, no? Do you remember the crowd? Allah Habibi, on it, you don't have a place to go. Saudi, Kuwaiti, Bahraini, Omani, everyone is here. Like beggars, they are sleeping on the road. What is the reason? They want to buy shares from Muslim. And I saw videos. Application form is distributed in the ground from a pickup. That time no computer, no internet like that. In a pickup, they are throwing the application like this. People are running behind to collect the application. To that extent demand for few companies. Mashraf al-Rayyan, Gulf Bank. Bank Khalij, Mashraf al-Khalij, Khalij Bank, you know, right?
New one.
All new one, new banks.
Merge these two banks.
Mashraf al-Rayyan and Gulf Bank? No.
Merge.
Merge? I don't know.
Yeah. Now we are dealing with the Kurdum here. The Khaliji and this one. Masraf al-Rayyan now merge.
Maybe, okay. Another bank, Barwa Bank. Now what is the new name? Dukan Bank. These all banks, when they issue shares, see, bank cannot have limited private limited company, you cannot have. Bank compulsory, public limited company. So when the shares are issued, people, so the demand is high. Par value is how much? Still the par value is 10. But the bank company knows the demand is very high, they sell it at 15. In the document, in the articles of association, share price is mentioned at what price? $10. But at what price they are selling this to the public? $15. So there is a difference of this $5 is known as share premium. So one is you are issuing shares at par at a normal value. Two, you are issuing shares at a premium. Three, third situation. Let's say I have a company. My company is now about to die. Close. I need money to do this. So what I do is, I opened up another company to close this company. The demand is very less. Par value is 10. But I go and tell public, oh my friend, please buy at 8. But it is not allowed in UK and UK affiliated countries. It's allowed in some countries only. Like it's allowed in South Africa, it's allowed in Botswana, like that. But in other countries, no. So there are three ways of issuing shares. So one is par, one is premium, one is discount. Okay, now let's go to this example. Exclude that. Issued 100,000 shares at $12. Within bracket, par value $10. Par value $10 and we issue shares at $12. So that means what you understand?
2 is premium.
The 2 is the premium. Application $3. Allotment $4. $2 is premium. First call 3. Final call 2. What is the total? 3 plus 4, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 2. So this is the structure of that particular one share, individual pieces. And then how many shares they are issuing? 100,000. And what is the total price? 12. All shares subscribed in full. All shares subscribed in full. So now we will do the double entry.
So the premium will be called in the
allotment only. That's where the premium is called.
Again, sorry. Application level is very.
The very first point.
Okay.
As like everyone, we want to become a shareholder. So we submit that application. So it's a company's willingness. Sometimes company can say, okay, I don't want this. Think a situation. 100,000 is a total share. If you get 150,000 application, what will you do? There's all complications are there. I'm not discussing. What do you call that? Excess, surplus subscription, pro rata allotment. So many complications there that I will not discuss. I don't need because it's not in our syllabus also. So all shares subscribed in full. Now we will look into the double entry. First, you will debit cash. How much application fee? $3. How many shares? 4? 300,000. You will credit a place called application and allotment. How much? 300,000. This is the first double entry. You debit the cash because I receive company receiving cash, and then you credit a place called. And please remember, this account is a temporary account. Finally, when you prepare the trial balance, you will not have this. So second entry number 2. This is entry number 1. Entry number 2. include the application fee also. Total how much?
7.
7. You should allot 7. When you are allotting, you will debit application and allotment. 7 into how many shares? 100,000. So you will debit 700,000. Now this is the first entry point in the share capital. So you credit share capital how much?
500,000.
You will credit how much, you see?
3 plus 2
This
is
3 plus 4 minus this 2. How much? Then 5. So 5 into 100,000. So 5 into 100,000, it will be 500,000. Credit one more place known as share. Clear? So journey up to this point is over. Now first call. Now third entry.
But in the
Yeah.
application allotment account still not completed. Really it was
Yeah, it's
300.
completed, brother.
yeah.
Yeah, no, 1 minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, because there will be a difference of 300 and 400,000 will be different. Correct. Okay, sorry. Now this is the allotment. Once you do the allotment, you need to receive the cash. So entry number 3 will be receiving cash for allotment. How much I will receive cash?
400.
I will receive cash only 400,000. 4 into 100,000. So that I will debit cash 400,000 and credit application and allotment. Now account close. Yeah.
The first one cash debit application of this account 300. Okay, credit.
Yes.
Second one 700,000 share capital. Third one receiving cash for that one.
Yeah.
But if you put the T account, it is empty.
Exactly. After this, I will show that. So this is number 3. Number 4, first call. So you will debit first call account. How much? 3. That means 300. Credit share capital. So here, then receiving cash for first call. Debit cash 300,000 credit first call account.
So that will close.
That
The
will
score
close.
will close and then the share will
And then number 6, final call. Debit, final call, how much? 2, right? So 5 plus 3 years, no? 200,000. Credit, share capital, 200,000. 7, receiving cash for final call. You debit cash, you credit, final call. These are known as journal entries. Now we'll do the same using ledger. It will be more understandable. So we have application, allotment, cash, share capital, share premium, that's called final call. Application. First, how much we received? Sorry. Application. Then we allot. We allot how much? Share capital 500,000. Share premium 200,000. This is share capital. This is share premium. So 500,000 and then 200,000. Here application. Here also we receive cash. Cash. Okay, I'm sorry. I receive cash here. 400,000. So that is application. So you see this account closed. 700,000. Next we make first call. First call how much? 300,000. So I debit 300,000 share capital. I credit 300,000. First call. I receive cash 300,000. So this is first call. So this account also closed. Now we make the final call. 200,000 share capital. Final. So now I receive cash. So see this account closed, this account closed, and this account closed. Now if you balance this, you should get how much? 1.2 million. Carry it forward. And if you balance this, you should get 1 million. And if you balance this, this is the first accounting entry that you need to understand. But your book doesn't have this. I deliberately did this by this. Without this understanding, if I continue that, you will not understand. So now you please stop the video and then we move on to the next.